Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Namaskara, and a very warm welcome to this edition of The Spiral of Wisdom, a satsang that was started by Ma Manise many years ago, and a satsang that she would love to have us keep going in such a way that more and more people experience personal growth and transformation, to be a better person every day. So that is the aim behind the School of Ancient Wisdom, personal transformation and spiritual growth. So before we start off, may I request Swati to say the school prayer.
Good evening, everyone. Here is a good prayer. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom. O hidden light, shining in every creature. O hidden love, embracing all in oneness. May each who feels himself as one with thee know he is also one with every other. Thank you.
Thank you, Swati. And before we continue our satsang today, let us call upon our higher self. You can either think of your Ishtadeva, it could be any form, it could be Krishna, Shiva, it could be Jesus. If it is Allah, then it could be formless. So think of your Ishtadeva or your dear Guruji, if you have a Guru. And when you think of that wonderful Guru or your favorite form of the Lord or name of the Lord, I'm sure we will all experience a surge of joy. And this emotion is the key to strengthening and transiting from the busy outer world around us to the quiet inner world. The silence that is the language of the soul that connects all of us. So consciously get into that space of reverence and joy as we chant the Guru Vandana. Please sit straight with your back, neck, and head aligned. Take a nice deep breath. Let go. Observe the silence within. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. O Guru, please support us to raise our consciousness to the highest. May the satsang benefit all of us. And allow us to take back the vibrations, the higher vibrations, into our day-to-day life, so that not only do we transform, but we also support all those around us to transform into a better person every day towards our ultimate self-realization. So we have once again our dear old friend Nagarajanji will be hosting a satsang today, which is on a very important topic as this world transits through a most rapid change and transformation that we're going to see in the next 5 to 10 years. It's so easy to get caught up and lose our equilibrium, our equipoise. Anger is one of humanity's common enemies that drives us to do things that we otherwise would not, that makes us lose our connection with love and truth. And to manage it is to not only manage anger, but also give us access to managing all the common anarthas for all of us as human beings: lust, anger, greed, envy, jealousy, pride. So once we start managing one, the ability to manage the other becomes so much easier. So over to Nagaraj, who needs no introduction, for our session today on anger management with us. Nagraj.
Yeah. Thank you, Ramesh. We'll share
The PPT.
yeah.
Your audio and video is clear.
Yeah.
You can share, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see the PPT.
Okay. So here we are once again in the satsang to discuss some very interesting points of view for this anger management. Anger management is a very is actually a money spinner for all the counselors who are working in the psychological psychiatric area, because most of us realize that we need some counseling for our problems, and what we understand and also acknowledge that we have a problem. That is itself a very big thing. So today we have something slightly different because we will talk about the healing side of the anger, and we'll talk about the anatomy of the mind, where exactly this anger is happening, in which part of the mind, how we can how we can heal that and how we can go ahead. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. So we will see the agenda for today is we will see what is anger, then what are the navarasas. Navarasa is, we have borrowed this from Bharatanatyam, the classical dance, what they speak about. Then we will speak about the duration and intensity and frequency of getting angry. Then we will see the methods of how to solve this problem. Then we'll specifically go into what healing does for this, how healing understands this, and how it can be managed, or I can say even solved to a great extent. Then we go to the points in which why we get angry. What are the various points? What are the various stimuli we get angry? Then we go to emotions and their management. And then we also look at, how others look at us, others' point of view. And finally, we go on to Dale Carnegie and his book. Because there have been a lot of volumes written on this anger management, personality books, self-improvement books. They have all written. So we'll have a look at that also. So what is anger? Is it coming from power, or it comes from lack of power? Yes, both are right. Does it come from helplessness, that you are not able to do anything in a situation, you are helpless, or you are not able to cope with this continuous stress from a particular situation or a person, or some kind of recurrent problem you may have? Then what are the sources of anger? Then we go on to the relationships. How is the human interrelationships, how they are fostering this anger, or how we can make use of the relationship to manage the anger in a better way, how we can take help from other people. Then the memory of the anger. Many things we do are from habit. We are able to be able to wade through our complex life by mere habit. When it comes to habit, we immediately think about the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind helps us to form memories. It forms memories of undesirable things like excessive anger, which we will see. And then even decision making. We become angry because we are forced to make certain decisions. Even getting angry is also a decision, because the same situation, two people are there. One chooses to become angry, or one decides to exhibit his anger, and one may be angry but not exhibiting. One not getting angry at all. So these are the various decisions which we will see. So in the Bharatanatyam, we have these 9 rasas. It's love, laughter, compassion, anger, heroism, fear, disgust, wonder, calm and quiet. This is a very nice point of view from the tradition, or the how this our traditional literature, traditional music, how they have incorporated the human, I can say, what virtues or human side of the story. So it is very interesting to know that anger is not uh, told as evil or something which we should avoid. Anger is also a part of a human being's emotions. 9 type of emotions as they have given. There can be more, we don't know, but this is interesting to note that the ancient people have listed this as a rasa. Rasa means something, uh, something which it is like a bundle of emotions, or like a some nice drink, rasam, nice something to drink, something to enjoy. Which means what? When they have listed 9, which means all these rasas in palatable proportions are wonderful. Too much of love also can give you trouble. Too much of laughter can land you in the mental hospital. Too much of compassion can take people you to take for granted and take you for a ride. Too much anger, your life is a mess. Too much of heroism also is a problem. Like I'm saying, just if you apply this in right proportions, which you think is right, if it is not right, the world will come and tell you. So don't worry. So, so the world is there, your friends are there, your relatives are there. They will come and tell you all these things, whether your navarasas in your personality is all right or not. Do you have a balance or not? They will tell you. So it's nothing, not a big secret. So we have to focus on the duration of anger and frequency. How long we are angry? Are we angry only for 2 minutes and then we are okay? Then we talk normally. Then how frequently we get angry? Are we getting angry 25 times in a day, or only once a day, or once a week? This matters a lot. And also the intensity of the anger. So the intensity is a very important one. Suppose a child makes a mistake. You can show your anger by a look, by a stern look. That is enough. You don't have to scream at the child. But that may not work for with an adult, or with so many, even with an animal. So these 3 points are very important to understand how far we are consumed by the anger. So if your duration of holding the anger, we hold the anger, because anger is a type of energy. Anger is a type of energy. What to do with the energy? We will again go back to the classical texts, what they say about this resource. They call anger as a resource. And this is how this resource can be utilized, how we can be good managers by utilizing our resources. So why a person is getting angry once in a month, certainly people will make a note. They'll say, oh my God, this fellow will never get angry. If he gets angry, it must be for some good reason. So let us make a note. Let us try to amend the situation, or let us apologize, or do anything to make him feel good about that. And what is the intensity of action? Are we reacting with the same intensity with everybody? Are we using abusive words with everybody? Are we, not seeing whether it's a child or an animal, or it can be an elderly person, or it can be a woman in a different kind of situation? Most of us unload the anger from the world onto the house. We come home, the first person you see is your spouse. So we unload. Is this the right thing to do? Are you married to that poor man or woman only to receive your unload of the lovely cargo? These things we have to reflect. These things we can reflect and we have to reflect. Okay. Now we told about the problem, what is it and all that. How to solve it? Do you think you can solve? Yes, we can solve. We need a positive approach. This is directly proportional to the intelligence of the person. If a person is intelligent, he has got a good social network. You can always talk to your friends. You can always talk to your cousins, your own brother, sister, whomever you feel you are confident with. They can give you some ideas how to overcome. Anger is not a chronic problem. It can be chronic, but you should. It is very good for us to determine that it is not a chronic problem for me. I am going to change. I am going to make it better. Then which means once if I am cured, will I not get it again? Will there be no relapses? Yes, there will be relapses. There will be relapses. Depends on how we are able to, grow, adapt, grow and adapt, learn and adapt, learn, adapt, grow. This is the so many corporate training gurus have given this mantra: learn, adapt, and grow. If you are able to adapt, very good, good for you. So, what does healing do? So, all of you know that we have a invisible life body, and if you go to a healer, the healer will improve the function of the living body. They will supply energy. They will supply all the things required for your living body. And after a certain time, which in my opinion about 1 month or so, we have seen that the invisible body is growing or expanding. And expanding, when I say expanding, I can feel that some of the members here are thinking, oh, what is the limit for the expansion of the invisible body? Does it have any limit? Yes, it has a limit. The maximum limit is the causal body. So as we have told you many times, your causal body is as big as the solar system. So your invisible body is capable of populating the causal body. Populating means you are using it on a daily basis. Suppose you take your prana sariram. You are using it every day. You are using it like soap and water. But you don't know, but you are using it. So because prana sariram, the dimensions of the prana sariram are very similar to the physical body we have. So we are using it very well. We know that. So the point here is, when your living system grows, you become slightly bigger than what you were. So when you become big, these items which were irritating you, the stimulants, they look much smaller. And the mountain, there's a mountain, it sees a rat going. It may not even see the rat because the rat is so small. But when you were a size of a rat, oh my God, such a big thing coming onto my head. So the dimension, your living structure dimension, its growth, its thing has a big value in the scale of things. Because every situation is like a picture. So your structure is growing, it is becoming bigger. You are doing the sadhana very well. So your scale of changes, you are big when compared to your emotions. You are like anger, your expectation, you are expecting very high. Okay, you may not get the way you will do. So we have some inputs on expectation management from our Ramamani madam also. She will give some points on that. So again, we come to the architecture of the mind and body. So we have, it's my study and research, which I have understood that the mind, the extent of the mind is 8 kilometers into 3 kilometers, almost 24 square kilometer. It's a fairly big distance, fairly big space. Whereas the body is only, physical body is only 6 feet. So as a healer, what do we do? For chronic psychiatric cases of people getting angry and they are not able to control themselves, you understand the difference between the two. A normal person with a normal, emotion management, he doesn't need all that. When you have a psychiatric issue or clinical issue, when you are not able to control your emotions, and you definitely, your family have understood that you need some help. So for them, we are able to identify the spots, where the wounds are there. Who has inflicted these wounds? Your answer will be surprising to you. You have inflicted these wounds. They are self-inflicted. So when you have an examination in the school, or you are very afraid, you don't know, you have studied well, but even then you are damn scared. So the fear in your mind can inflict a wound on your mental body, your mind. Thereby, we find that people are getting examination dreams even after they advance in age. They still get examination dreams. I also get examination dreams. So that is, the wound is inflicted by me, knowingly or unknowingly. Knowingly, nobody will hurt themselves, but unknowingly, we get hurt because the whole world keeps telling you that exams are difficult, this is difficult, that is difficult, and we buy all these negative arguments from everybody, and we hurt ourselves. So here, we will come to that role. What are the roles and what is the personality? We'll come to that a little later. Yes. So the mental pain is removed once the wound is healed. So I have observed this kind of relief for psychiatric patients once the mental wound or that pestering wound is healed and dressed and it is back to normal. You cannot even find out the scar. There is no scar. So then the person is able to come out of that trauma. Anger is also like that. Anger is it is like beating yourself with a scale, which is meaningless. Yeah. And another thing, the signals emitted by us. What is signals emitted by us? We are having a net. Everybody has got a network of people. Everybody has got 100, 200, 300, 500, depending on our roles in society. So when we always 24 hours, we are emitting signals to the individuals. Suppose I don't like a person. He has criticized me for something which I have done. So I'll always be emitting a negative signal to him. He will also receive it. He will also process it. Sometimes they may not process, sometimes they will process, but negative for sure they'll process. So when I'm coming to the point where by the relationships we are getting anger as a stimulus point, because we are emitting these signals to them that I hate you, I don't like the way you behaved with me, you made a mistake. So we are criticizing. When we criticize, the other person is also sending signals to, I also hate you. It's like a vicious cycle. It can never be all right. So after healing, then the individual starts growing. He'll start growing, and you can see that the signals are, what signals we are emitting are positive, confident, we are humble, we are welcoming. So when we issue these kind of signals to the people, first is they are confused. Next is they are saying, okay, let's be, I don't want to be friendly with Nagaraj. Let me be neutral. Okay, here, meet him somewhere. Let me say, hello, hi, that's it. I'm not going to encourage him. But after 1 or 2 months, this fellow is very, he's okay. Why don't we send him a WhatsApp? Then why don't we call him? Why don't we call him to our party? And slowly the things are changing. So what I'm trying to tell you is, you have to everybody want to be socially active. I want to be invited to a party every month, at least. I want to eat nice food, maybe some drink, meet all people, talk nicely. I want to be popular. Everybody wants to be popular. Everybody wants to be, get some love and affection. Why not? It's a human need. All of us want to get phone calls from friends. We also need to call people and talk to them, make them feel good. So when you start doing all these things, then you find that slowly your relationships are much nourished, they are nurtured, nourished, and cared for. Then you find that your relationships are starting to work in your favor. This is the process. So we are going to discuss something about Dale Carnegie also today. Dale Carnegie has made a great influence in my life. He solved many issues for me by reading his book on how to influence friends and influence people and make friends. I was very impressed by this one line in his book. This is he was a salesman selling so many things. He always used to say, when I'm smiling and talking to a client, I used to feel that the smile used to get transmitted from my side to his side, which means what are the implications of smiling when you're speaking on the phone, especially when you're in a business, you are a salesman or you're trying to get some sale done with the fellow. So first of all is acceptance. I accept you. Then I like you. I want to do business with you. You have a need. I can fulfill it. Why don't you give me a try? Why don't you encourage me? All these things are conveyed by the smile. Okay, when you meet them, you smile at them, that's a different thing. But even a smile on the phone line can make a big difference. Also, we have been repeatedly telling about this various arsenal in the Mother Nature's armory. All of us are an armory. So we have so many arsenal. Arsenal, what do you mean by arsenal? We have so many instruments. Lord Rama had the bow and arrow like that. So we have the big ego ring and small ego ring. So when I was initiated by my master, he very painstakingly, he took me through the journey of going from the small ego ring to the big ego ring. Then when I reached the big ego ring and started enjoying the beauty of that and how big I have become, that was very nice. So that is a small ego ring is an instrument. The big ego ring is also an instrument. So, and another thing which I would always tell myself or any patient is, you are not responsible for this illness, which is today's topic is angry. You are getting angry very often. You are not responsible for it. There are other people also involved into it. So you are trying your best to solve it. So by doing that, what happens? You're giving yourself a small cushion, mental cushion. Oh, come on. I am not the center of the world. I am not responsible for many things. Let me try to. So there is no guilt. The removal of the guilt is the main thing, because guilt is another twisted emotion which actually spoils many things. Okay, I made a mistake. Fine. I'm not, I apologize to the person saying I should not have spoken like this, but I'm not guilty anymore. When you admit your mistake, genuinely feel for it, you are not guilty anymore, and your small energy is not trapped in that guilt. Hmm? Anger points, offended ego. This person with offended ego and pride is always waiting for somebody to come and offend him. Oh, you have not switched off the toilet light. Ego is offended. Long face, angry, passion, passive angriness. So we come to this self-identity crisis. We come to the self-identity. So the thing is, we don't know who we are. So there is one thing. There is our situation, our feelings on one side, and there is ourselves on the other side, like two people sitting across a table. We know anger is there, we know pain is there, we know problems are there, but who is sitting on this side? Who is this gentleman sitting here? We don't know. Many times we have a problem. There we come to the next point of role and personality. So I am a husband to a wonderful lady. I have a daughter. I have a mother-in-law, father-in-law, mother, father, sister, cousins. I am playing my roles with them. But am I this person? Oh, I am playing about 100 roles. But am I the 100 people? No, I am the personality. I am the name. I have I have my skills. I have my weaknesses. I have my strengths, this, that. But I am not the role. So this understanding, this is very, very, very important. Merely understanding and acknowledging that what is the role you're playing, what are you as a person, this is very important. You will not believe I have helped almost 100 people I can count. After clarifying this point of what is the role they are playing and what is the personality, they have solved many problems themselves at home, at office, they have done it. So this is a very important point. Another point, not accepting rejection and failure. Rejection and failure are very common in life. You apply for a job, you get rejected. It's good to get angry, but what is the use? Is the world taking any cognizance of your rejection and failure? No, sir, no. The world has got better things to do. Nobody is bothered about you. Please you try and you go and do your work. Nobody is bothered. Failure will come. Success is only a few steps away. You try. Maybe you will understand your processes and your what is the mistake you're making, and then you will be successful. Because if success comes too early, then we become very arrogant. Then we say, oh, I am the best. I am the most handsome fellow in this whole world. I am the most intelligent. I can do wonders. All this Maya, we get into all this Maya. Once we get rejected and there's a failure, oh my God. Whom do we we start searching for the reason for blaming? Whom can we blame for this rejection? But we have to blame ourselves. So once we come to the maturity of accepting rejection and failure, this anger point is going to get parked. We are not going to get angry for these things. Then the very famous road rage, which we will discuss. You want to discuss now the road rage or what? No. Oh.
Whenever.
We can? Okay. See, this I did we will come to it a little later. Then there is, for any of your transactions, you have either a success outcome or a failure outcome. So you have to factor both. You will get a success or you get a failure. There is a probability. So what do we do when there is a success? What do we do when there is a failure? Not to get carried away by this and that. Then lastly, then how do we value other people's perception? Do we give too much mark for what others are speaking about us? Oh, Nagaraj, very successful person. Are we asking for endorsement from the world for every small thing? We have to watch out. If we are out of 10 subjects or 10 points, we are expecting for one or two, it's fine. It is very good, very mature to take feedback from the world. It's good. But I don't think that taking everybody's perception and their opinions for everything we do is not healthy. You must have your own individuality. Yeah. Okay. Then we come to expectation management. Expectation management is one of the very important anger points. What all of us say, I was very reasonable. I wanted that house at that rent, but the house owner, not reducing even 1,000 rupees. I about me, I am very reasonable. But from the landlord's point of view, not at all reasonable. So being reasonable is difficult. If you think from your point of view, it's always easy to think from our point of view. But what about the other man's point of view? Yeah. So we have to factor that being reasonable is difficult. Then keeping the expectation low is useful. So when you keep your expectation low, this leads to humility and open mind, because the other person has got many choices. You also have many choices. You want some outcome from somebody. But when you keep your expectation low, this guy is thumbs down. When he actually does it, you are anticipating it. Oh my God. When you anticipate, what happens? You are not angry. You only merely getting an outcome. Oh, this is also an outcome. Somebody will accept. That is also an outcome. So actually, we are getting from the personal space to the impersonal space. This is just a matter of subjective judgment. So when we are able to shift things from personal space to impersonal space, you will find that most of your emotions can be easily managed. If you are getting personal for every transaction, every moment with the world, then you are in for trouble. Then if you are really because I was in the sales for many years, I know that many times customers have really we cannot get all the business we want. We cannot get all the cooperation we want. It's not possible. We know that. But this teaches us the important thing that what we conceive as problems are actually wheeled responsibilities. Opportunities come with a wheel. Opportunities come with some other added tasks, added jobs, or added areas of work. Then you can actually convert the opportunity into a problem. This is a very resourceful thing. Even anger is like that. You are angry with somebody for something, or you are angry with the food or whatever. Some you're not meeting your expectations. If you change your expectations, very good. Or you are able to come up with other alternatives and cope with the problem, then where is the anger? There is no anger. Anger is actually something like you are not adequately prepared, or you are not mentally prepared. So these are the normal situations you will get angry. So I found that when I was young, I read this book, Charles Dickens' novel on Great Expectations. It taught me so many lessons on how young people see the world, and how they see the various opportunities, and how they size up various expectations. When they fall flat, then they know what to expect, how to manage their emotions, how to manage happiness, how to manage so many things, being sick, or being penniless, or being with no influence, or so many things. So this novel is a great read. I would recommend all of you to, those who are, many of you would have read. So if you want, please read again. It's a great novel. Many, even a movie has been taken out of it. When you are able to have workable expectations from your daily life, then you find that the world is a great place. Every situation is a wonder, because you have the energy to think like that. If you don't have the energy to accept things, and even change your expectations, this is going to be hell. That is why I'm harping on the healing, how the healing can help a person to have the energies to be calm, and have a clear head to solve all these problems. And even we have this Tamil, very old classical devotional hymns which talk about various human emotions. This Tevaram is a Tamil classical devotional songs which are about 2000 years old. They are sung in all the Shiva temples. You will be very surprised to know that about 65% of the Tevarams are all about human beings and their emotions and their lives. The only 35% is about God. Even Devaram shows God, Ishvara deity, as a human being, how he has suffered in this life, how his anger has caused many things, how his anger has destroyed that, all the 9 emotions. So actually, when it says, you start talking and the God has, Ishvara deity did that, did this, is actually you can put yourself very easily in his place. And they are actually wanting to do that. That is what is called as allegory. All literature, if you even Charles Dickens' Great Expectation also, they use allegory a lot. Allegory is something like your whole situation is like a parody in the novel. You can put yourself as Mr. Pip in the novel, and you can see the world. You and Pip are not different. You are the same. So Tevaram says anger is wealth. In one of the Tevarams, he says that your life is like a boat, and the cargo you are going to load on the boat is anger. You load or go on the boat with your mind as the oar. You are rowing the boat on the ocean of samsara, and you are crossing it. So without anger, there is no life. That's what Devaram says. Because all of us have enough stock of anger. So when we see that the anger can be a good resource, we are pleasantly surprised how the ancients have captured it, isn't it? If you take any revenge movies which are aplenty in the internet or whatever, or movies, an angry man will take revenge very well, because anger is a good fuel. Is a good fuel for taking revenge. But everybody, we don't know, and I'm not lusting for revenge with anybody. Ordinary people have different kind of problems. So, but when you're angry, you are challenging the status quo. That you have to understand. So sometimes it is good to challenge the status quo, but before the challenge, you have to understand the status quo. What the hell is going on now? Is it good or no? Is it acceptable or no? If it is acceptable, then why to challenge it? Accept it. Be smart. Relapses. Relapses are natural. Relapses will happen. You undertake a course in anger management. After 2 days, you will get angry. It will happen. 1,000 relapses are expected in psychiatric cases. 1,000 times relapse will happen. We have to set it all right. There is an interesting point in these relapses, because you will know that our body is like a very advanced computer. So there is a metadata. Metadata means data about the data. It's called metadata for people who are not in the IT. So when you get angry, your system remembers. So till the memory of that anger or that stimulants is going away from your living system, the relapses will continue. So that is why we find that when we are doing the healing for our dear collaborators, they are forgetting that they had a problem. Very good. When you forget you had a problem, which means that memory has been wiped out. Very good. Excellent. So this is also one of nature's way of curing us, helping us to overcome by forgetting. When we forget negative things happened in our life, people who made us angry, when we forget and forgive, when we do this wonderful formula, what the Bible has given us, we will be definitely better people on this planet. And another thing, anticipating relapses. Oh, I can get angry in a road rage. Oh my God, I am driving the car today. Let me remember this. So we were talking about road rage. Oh yeah. Okay. So we come to interpersonal relationship. So this is a spider's web. Actually, I wanted to draw concentric circles. I couldn't get in the net. This is also like a semi-concentric circles. See, the spider has made a very nice diagram. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 15 layers, 15 circles you can imagine. We cannot keep all the people at one level. We have to keep different people at different levels. I have found this I call as a degree system. So I have 0, I am standing in the middle of the circle, 0 degrees, then 1, 2, 3. So when some people are, not behaving as per my expectation, which is reasonable or not, God only knows, I shift them to the next degree. I put them in the 6th degree. So when I keep shifting, bringing people near and far away and all that, I find that their signaling, they also are emitting a lot of signals to me. Their signaling is becoming ineffective with me. Those people cannot spoil me or my mood by their negative signal because I become positive. So when I become positive, when I really wish for their welfare and or, genuinely wish for them to do well, their families to do well, everything, automatically their negative influence or negative stimuli doesn't come to me. So your tolerance is going to improve. You are going to tolerate a lot of nonsense. So when you have an ability to tolerate a lot of nonsense, automatically your anger stimuli is removed. So when you keep removing the stimuli, then you'll find that you are able to have you're getting angry once a month or once in 2 months, or when it is absolutely required that you have to blow your top on some very important thing, then it is a useful emotion. So we have, I think we can even, I wanted to propose to our school to have a Dale Carnegie workshop on how to win friends and influence people. This is a very important book. Everyone must read. For people who have read it, they have, if they have made, they have minted money out of it. They have minted money. They have saved lot of cost. They have used their influence. They have done so many things. Everything cannot be done with money. Some things we have to do in different ways. How to be diplomatic, how to be tactful, how to get other people into your way, into your side, not in your way. Yeah. So when you do all that, so you will come to a new alignment. So because you were in the old alignment, you are allowing all the emotions to play with you. So in the new alignment, what will happen? You are sort of not allowed to get angry. You have to accept it. Oh, I'm in the new alignment. Oh my God, I'm holier than thou. I'm not going to get angry for every damn thing. Hey, road rage. So this is very important topic. So we can have a some tips. Some of you may say this is not going to work out. I fully agree. I already welcome your suggestions and ideas. Decide the time of travel, mode of travel. Should you go by car in the rickety road of our lovely Bangalore? Factor in bad roads, dust, heat, humidity, other honking people. Can you do a video conference? Can you do a phone call to avoid the trip? Okay, now you are in a situation. Somebody has banged your car. What do you do? The other person has already gotten into the situation. He's already lifted his hand and started his abusive language. Why did you stop? That's why I had to bang. So you are now going to decide whether you are going to enter into the situation. If you have entered into the situation reluctantly, keep your calm. We have some very nice ideas from Miss Ramamani. We are going to apply those ideas. We can apologize to our opponent and we can accommodate him. When we do that, the tone of the situation can change. And blame game, you know how the blame game works. If you start blaming each other, you can even result in exchanging blows and get into different kinds of trouble. And the crowd can gather and so many things can happen. Yeah, which we will leave it to the floor. Now we come to Miss Ramamani's points. Over to Ramamani.
Namaste, sir. Thank you. Uh, I just wanted to thank few of my friends who have joined because I posted them personally that your session is happening today.
Thank you, ma'am.
There. Okay. And then basically, see, anger, the main issue I would talk about is like what happens when you get angry. Psychology says your brain cells are going to die with the intensity of your anger. Then what happens only up to certain age, like say around 30, it will regrow. After that, only if you are doing in a meditation or something, then the brain cells will regrow. Otherwise, you have a big problem of those brain cells not being there, which is going to help your neurons and your mental ability and all. That's a major thing which I always tell my clients. The second thing is you get angry because you're always on the reaction mode. You just have to see, is it worth it being reacting mode? What is the difference between reaction and response? Reaction is hitting a ball to the wall. The moment you hit it to the ball, hit it to the wall, it comes directly to your hand. Response is throwing a ball to the sky and catching up. Catching up is not like IPL players. Okay, you have to catch it. That's a motto. Then what all the possibility you have to check out, like where to stand, how to hold, if there is air or something, if there is too much pressure from outside where ball will go somewhere else and all. So there what happens is it gives time to assimilate what is the right way. Similarly, when somebody talks, you need not have to react to every conversation. You
Correct.
can keep mum, and then you can just allow it to, like, allow that person to continue. Usually what happens when somebody is just talking, you just leave it. They will say talk like how many sentences, 3, 4, 10. After that, when there is no response, they will automatically shut themselves down. That's a normal scenario. What you should do is you need to wait. Psychology says like it was 1 minute, now it is 90 seconds. Then, oh, 90 seconds, how is it possible? I'm already furious. I want to hit the other person. If that is the intensity you have, then you just have to think like 90 seconds. We usually use the technique of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things to see, 4 things to hear, 3 things to touch, 2 things to smell, 1 thing to taste. So basically, what happens once this process is on, I think it takes more than 90 seconds. Once you assimilate like 5 things to see, then you'll be searching around and all those things. And also the main problem in anger is, like you said, role and personality. What happens is, I've seen many of the clients who walks into Samadhana and say, I was IAS officer. They come with the same attitude. They would have been retired, but still they have that attitude of telling, oh, I'm this and all. And ego always plays a major role in anybody's anything, mostly on anger issues. So this is just the basics that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, thank you, Ramamani. Keep water in the mouth. You didn't talk about that.
Correct. Yeah. The other technique which I am practicing with my clients from past 3 years is like just put water in your mouth. Water is all the time available. Then don't swallow it till your anger is reduced. What happens is then the exchange of words is stopped. You talk something and the other person also talks. It just becomes a conversation. Since anger is not good, it is always better to keep your mouth shut. If you cannot hold 90 seconds, water is a bestest medium to make you zip your mouth.
Thank you, Ramamani.
And what about the remedies? All these are remedies that you spoke about.
Yeah, all these are remedies. Also we spoke a lot about this expectation management. Okay, I think we had some points from Arun Kulkarni also that is not saved. That says that he was giving some points because he is a physical asana trainer. His thing is, he says the body is controlled by the mind, and mind is controlled by the breath. So when you are able to develop some habit of observing your breath, he says that you are able to control your emotions much better. You are not getting into many situations, and even if you get into a situation, you are able to manage your contribution to the situation, or making the situation a more tolerable one. That were his points. Yeah. So any questions you have, you can ask.
First of all, thank you, Nagraj ji. That was very interesting. And now Ramaman ji as well. So if anyone has any questions, please do ask now.
So what did I do here? We have to get 3 at this place. So for a given number,
A road
Yes,
rage,
sir.
that has to be, I think, has to be spoken about. Usually, what happens, what I would say, they were supposed to go yesterday, they're driving today. Many of the people I feel, they do that. And they just harp on, they jump on, they just barge in, all those things they do. And then they create a mess. Then, what I would say is, one beautiful question we need to ask: is it worth getting angry for all these issues? you know that may sound like really sometimes weird and sometimes funny, but what it makes you is shift to the response mode. I'm sure it will also help you not to talk when it is not needed, so the whole road rage issue is nullified.
And even anticipating the road rage is also helpful. Yeah. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
Yeah.
true.
What I've seen in the case of road rage is to be defensive rather than offensive. Like especially in Indian traffic, the best way to drive is to drive defensively. And also, I've observed that if I switch to a parent or teacher mode, where you're managing a lot of very young children. Young children tend to, especially when they're taking them around, let's say, for example, you've gone for a visit to the zoo. The young children tend to be very overtly excited. They'll be running all over the place. And requires a certain level of love and compassion to be able to address them without us losing our equipoise and inner balance. If we adopt the same kind of approach, then I find that that really helps with even nullifying road rage to a large extent. Unless, of course, you get into an accident, and there, if people's ego or other things get, and the cost is high, then yes, it's more difficult to handle. But generally, if we approach the traffic as if they are young children who don't mean to harm you, it's just that they all want to run to their own places, and sometimes they get in each other's way. If you see it like that, then it's easier to forgive. And also, I've observed that in my case, I have used. I don't know if you can call it mental telepathy. It is quite strange to say this, but I quietly talk to the other person also sometimes. Saying I'm sorry, or please, please move aside. I'm coming through. I need to go in a hurry. Or you can ask the universe, please help me through the traffic. And I find many times that subconsciously the vehicle in the front starts moving aside. Or when you're overtaking on the highway, they will actually, even almost subconsciously, they will start behaving like a friend. And even if you make a sankalpa, I remember long back, Azim, our satsangi, he would sometimes he would be the host sometimes, and he would tell us that wherever I go, I make a sankalpa that I always drive in a place where the traffic is a little less. Wherever I go, the traffic will be a little less, and it will be more, civilized and easy. And he says, when I make the declaration, the sankalpa before I start off my journey, I actually find that the journey becomes much less stressful and easy and pleasant, like olden days Bangalore. How it was easy and pleasant to drive on the roads. So these are some of the techniques that I have learned, and I find it's very practical.
To add to that, Rameshji, even Vani Vasudevji also has this technique, you know. She says before you can start your vehicle, you just have to say, let all of us have a safe journey and a peaceful journey. You know,
Yeah.
she has those, what do you call, affirmations. And
Affirmations.
she says, if you start like that, you know, you even if you get stuck in the traffic or you're held up somewhere and all, you won't get that irritation and
Correct.
irritability and all those things. I think I followed her technique, which was very good. And I remember Ajim's also the technique, you know, the same similar way. Thank you.
Hmm. Yeah, correct. Very true. I've heard Vaniji also mentioning this earlier. And that really helps, especially if you think of, all of us are like little school children who are very excited before a trip and we're running around. So if you use that analogy on the road, everyone's running around in an excited way. They want to go to different places. It takes the anger out of the equation, and that ego doesn't come up. You just think, okay, fine, we bumped into each other. It's okay. Let's just move on. Unless it's something really severe and serious, but it's very easy to just move on, and that attitude itself puts you in a completely different frame of mind. It's like you're amongst friends, not amongst enemies, and that really makes a big difference. Right. So, I did have a couple of questions actually in the first few slides that Nagraj had played, but I've forgotten them because there are so many points. But you mentioned that anger is an asset. Okay, yes, I can see that anger can also get us into action. So it can be an asset if it is constructively used. Um, but anger also can wear you down, isn't it? And it'll also hit you first before it hits the other person. So, how best can we utilize this? I mean, I have come across teachings which train us on how to utilize, but I just want to hear from Nagaraj. How best can you utilize this energy that anger is in the best possible manner?
This is again how you said this visualization of anger, anger energy being converted as a positive one. You can that is enough.
Hmm. And also, when you're managing anger, how does it equip you to manage the other anarthas, the common human vices that affect all of us? Because anger is a very powerful emotion, anartha,
Yeah,
more so than the others,
I know there are
more than
quite a
jealousy.
lot of anarthas. Today's topic is only one anartha.
No, normally they say lust, anger, greed, envy, jealousy, pride. So the others are a little more subtle and not so forceful, and they don't result in visible action. But anger definitely does of all of them. So how does it equip?
No, there is actually there is a lot of room for self introspection and reflection. But what I am trying to establish today is that people who have chronic anger issues also can be solved by healing. That is what is the main point here. You have normal people who can manage with counseling, talking with friends. Wonderful, very good. If you can tone down yourself, very nice. I think simple thing by being a little more humble, you can tone it down. Very simple, yeah. But who will tell you? Who will tell the king is naked? Nobody, no. Can I come and tell you,
Yes.
Ramesh, you are very arrogant? Then what do you think?
The
This is the
emperor's
difficult part.
clothes.
But friends can tell you. Genuine friends will tell you, see, Ramesh,
Yes.
what you are doing is not right. There are other
Mm.
ways to do it. You know,
Right. Yeah, correct.
people even they hit the child because they want to unload their emotion on the poor child. This is not wrong. This is not right.
Correct.
Something like that. Anyway, thanks a lot for coming in better numbers today, better than last
Yes.
week.
Yes, yes. I'm so happy to see the numbers have grown.
Yeah, I think we can call it a day. Yeah.
Okay, Nagaraj.
Okay.
So thank you so much once
Thank
again for
you.
joining us. I presume now that there are no more questions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Enjoyed your session. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nagaraj. Thank you,
Jasmine.
Ramesh.
Hi, Jasmine, madam. Thanks
Hi.
for attending all my sessions. You are
Thank
a
you.
great encouragement.
Yes, but you speak so well and your
Oh,
lectures are so much
thank,
appreciated.
thank
Thank
you.
you
Yeah.
so much. Very,
Yeah.
very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Brother
Thanks.
Ramesh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank
Yeah.
you, Jasmine.
Thank
Sweet.
you, Jasmine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, Nagraj has the gift of the gab. He knows how to speak, and also he has an excellent sense of humor, which
Yes.
even stranger he can easily break through, the barriers of strangers. He just lets the
Correct.
guard down. I've noticed that.
So correct. Yeah, I could hear you for another hour and not get
Oh my
bored. I can
God, you're
listen
so
to you for
patient.
another hour.
You were very,
Really excellent talk,
yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Nagaraj.
Now,
Thank you
Jasmine,
so
you
much.
should do some topic on theosophy.
Uh,
Can you present something on occult chemistry or something? You read so many
um,
works on theosophy.
no, I do that in my Theosophical Society, but
You should do it
give me
here. Yeah.
some.
We'd love to hear it. Yes,
You should
absolutely.
elevate us to the theosophical lodge level.
I'll try. And
Yeah,
I
Because
don't promise because I don't know how many people would even like it, or sometimes
no,
people get bored
we
with
are all for it.
Theosophy.
No, I
You
am also
remember
because
we,
over here, this was actually Mahamanize was the head of the Theosophical Society
Yes, I
in
know.
Singapore,
Yes.
and all
Mm.
her, whatever she would speak earlier, they were completely not only aligned, but they were an example of Theosophy in practice. And Theosophy actually is the underlying principle. And as you can
Mm.
see over here in the School of Ancient Wisdom Satsang, we have people from all denominations coming in, which is a wonderful thing, which is how
Yes.
humanity should be. So it would be most welcome. It'd be lovely to have your session when
Let's see.
you.
We'll see one day. And Brother Ramesh and also Mr. Nagaraj, if you all ever visit Bombay, come and visit our Theosophical Society. Especially, we
oh,
have
you are
our
in
lecture.
Bombay. Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. Sure,
So
Yeah,
sure.
we have our
Bombay.
lectures and our sessions every Tuesday and Friday. It
Oh,
is the
very good.
most active lodge in India. The
Okay.
Blavatsky
Oh,
Lodge. It's called the Blavatsky Lodge
Yeah.
at Opera House, Gamdevi.
Okay.
Yes.
thank
Certainly,
you.
yeah. It will be a wonderful thing to even give a talk
Yes.
there in the society.
Yes. So
Yeah, it will be
please, if you
nice.
can
Yeah.
come there, it'll be excellent because we have excellent speakers.
Yeah.
So please try and come one day if you're ever in Bombay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Any
yeah,
of the
yeah.
ones who are attending, you're
Okay.
always welcome.
Sure.
Tuesday and Friday, 5:30 is tea time, and 6
Mm.
o'clock is when the lecture begins.
I think you can leave your maybe your phone number with Swati or something. We can
I
take it
think
from her. Yeah.
Swati would be having my phone number because
She
she
has
sends
it.
me the Zoom messages.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Yes, I do
Yeah,
have one.
perfect.
yes, thank you.
But she's very reluctant to share. I mean, she says Jasmine
Ayyo,
has not
sir.
allowed us to give.
Ayyo, you.
Jasmine ji offline.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it offline or online, those talks?
We have online on Fridays mainly, offline on Tuesday, and we have hybrid on Friday, online and offline both. So I
Oh,
could send a link one day to Swati or somebody for
Yeah. We can
Fridays.
join your online sessions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now our speaker is in the Friday speaker. The lady is in Canada. As soon as she gets back, she'll start with a book. And then if it is online, but I need to be reminded, Swati, would you please remind me? Because Tuesday is always offline, it's always in person, and
Okay.
Friday it's hybrid.
Oh, okay.
So if somebody
nice.
can remind me, I'll send the Zoom link and you all please join. It's interesting.
Sure.
Thanks.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Jasmine. That's great.
Okay.
Anyway, on that nice note, we'd like to once again thank Nagraj ji for the lovely
Yeah. Thanks
satsang
a
that we
lot.
had
Yeah.
today, and also for his popularity that really kind of draws people in, because we need to get the satsangs back to their original strength, and that'll be really nice. So, on that note, let us close with the Loka Samasta. If anybody has any names from people in your community, please share them now and what situation they're going through so that we can pray for them collectively.
My brother Robert, Brother Ramesh.
Sure. And
Thank you.
is it health?
It's health. Yeah, you've always been praying for him every time.
Yes. I just wanted to reconfirm.
Thank you.
So it's for our dear friend Robert G, and for his good health, recovery of his good health.
Thank you.
Most welcome. I will also once again today I must add my mother to the list because she's had a bad back and varicose veins. So for her as well, for her good health in body, mind, and soul, and also for my house rental, may we get good people. Anybody else? Any names or? Okay. So keep those names in your mind, and whatever ailment you want, whatever situation you want them to overcome, what outcome you want for them, basically. Like we have good health for Robert G and for my mother. Her name is Miss Sumati Devi, and also for the good tenants, for example, for our house, new house. So we'll keep that. I'll keep that from my side. All these names, and whatever names that you have in mind, keep them in your heart. With love, we will send our healing prayers, because I have personally multiple times experienced the benefit of this collective prayer. It truly is powerful, whether we know it or not. Also, let us send vibrations of love, peace, and truth, especially to the leaders around the world. May they all take their countries forward in a dharmic way. Let dharma prevail. Please sit straight with your back, neck, and head aligned. Take a nice deep breath and let go. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Once again, thank you so much, Nagraj, and all of you for joining us today. Till next week, same time, same day. God bless.
Thank you all. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Pastor.